And hello from Caroline Mitchell, the original Dragon Lady. I've not been on here for a while. I've been on my hollybobs. So I've been out to the States, and I do like America. And we had some sunshine. We were down in Florida, and it was a bit wet once or twice. And I came home to England, and it's not stopped raining since. And I've got a bit of a throat, so I do apologise. Anyway, I thought I would come on and talk to you because people keep asking me about how to work with the dragons. Those of you that have got the oracle cards say, oh, can we meditate with the cards? Can we do this? Can we do that? The whole point, when the dragons gave me the information for the oracle cards back in 2005-06, they were designed for people to use for their own guidance, their own personal and spiritual growth, and for them to connect with the dragons themselves and work with them in any way they felt was appropriate. So yes, you can work and meditate with the dragons, and they absolutely encourage it. They really want you to connect with them. For although they've given me messages that are in the book, they really want you to find your own journey with them, your own way forward with them, and work with them what feels and resonates best for you. So, when you want to meditate with the dragons, I would say that if you're new to dragon and you've been working with the angelic energy prior to dragon, which is what I did, it's they come in on a much I'll use the word heavier vibration. They've got lighter as our energy is increased on the planet, and the dragons are used to working with man or mankind. Or human doings, as they call us. Energy is blending much more easily now. At one point, it did used to feel quite heavy because I think there's the sheer power behind it that we weren't used to. We were used to the finer vibration or the gentler vibration of any of the angelics. Maybe the only exception to that would be Archangel Michael, who's got a bit of oomph behind it. And I'm not saying the angelics aren't powerful, but they have a different energy or different frequency or vibration. Probably vibration, to be fair. And the dragons come with a bit of a wallop, which can knock you sideways. And this is what I want to talk about. So when you first start working with dragon, if you've been working with the finer frequencies of the angelics, you do need to be absolutely fully grounded when you work with dragon. They are powerful. They do kick ass. They don't take prisoners, and they tell you how it is. Those of you that have got the oracle cards will know this. I did have to get them to tone it down a little bit in the cards because you can't be quite that punchy. It's not the way to make friends and influence people, really. Not that dragons actually care about such things, but there we go. But they do have compassion for us. We had a lot of conversations about, you can't be that direct. So we had to sort of tone it down just a little bit within the messages within the cards. So if you want to work with dragon, if you want to invoke dragon, you need to be sure that you really want to do the work. The angels very much encourage us. They hold our hand. They get us to. They're just so much gentler and softer. If you call on dragon, you've got to be ready to work. You've got to be ready to do what you need to do. You need to dig deep when you work with dragon, and it isn't always easy. I've had people, and especially when I was first testing the cards and I was sort of bouncing them off friends. One particular friend said to me on more than one occasion, they just punch you straight through the heart chakra. They are so direct and they get right to the nitty gritty. So if you want to meditate with dragon, you need to be prepared to be told. Now, usually the dragons will not tell you what to do. What they encourage you to do is go within, because we hold all the answers within ourselves. They will guide you to a point for you to find the answers within yourselves. Everything is within us. Nothing is outside of us. What's outside of us is an illusion. It is on a very practical level, it's the marketing people, it's the clever advertising and stuff like that. But actually, on a more spiritual level, everything we need to know, we have inside us, because we've been here before. We've been through many, many, many incarnations, whether they're of this planet or of another dimension or another galaxy. We've been here. We know this stuff. We just need to dig deep and find it, and that's what dragons encourage us to do. So if you want to sit and work with dragon, you need to meditate, and you need to be fully grounded to do so. There is, if you like the high vibration, the being up here above the crown chakra, up in the nether stellar gateway, or any of those ones, Christed consciousness, or however far up you want to go, you don't want to be working with dragon, because it will absolutely knock your energy sideways, and it will not do you any favors, and it can actually make you feel quite woozy. When I first started doing this, I could actually feel sick for 2 days after working with dragon, and I could work them for a few hours, and then I'd have to come back. And it's over time I realised, I thought I was grounded. I think I'm grounded, but I came to realise actually I'm not grounded enough. So it really is about grounding your energy. This isn't just thinking root chakra, ground through your feet, whatever. This is take your full energy, your full prana, your chi, your life force, whatever you want to call it, down into the earth, through your earth star chakra. If you're into the 21 chakra system, you take it down through the whale, through the dolphin, through the Gaia gate. You take it on down, you take it right down to the center of the earth. You have like a tether point, and you anchor your energy right into the center of Gaia, and then you bring it back up. When you have that full groundedness, and you have that full anchor, that absolute anchor into the planet, then you can work with dragon. And it's just, you can work with dragon if you want to without going through that. If you feel that you're fully grounded and you are completely here in the here and now, because that's the dragon's thing. It's about being present. It's about being here and now. And this is what Oberon talks about. Oberon, from the cards, he very much says, because he's always a bit shiny there, sorry. He talks about being, he connects the base chakra. So he's about being grounded and in the present moment. A lot of the dragons, they're all about being now. You can't project into, you can't live in tomorrow. You can't live in next week. It's be centered, be present, be now. Just be with the dragons. So when you fully grounded, you can then invoke them. And then you can journey with them, you can fly with them. I do many meditations when I'm working with people. There's 2 or 3 the dragons particularly like, but you can. I've met them in caves, I've met them on mountainsides, I've met them on beaches. I've had them walk through woods with me. The tails get in the way somewhat because they're obviously flap through woods, and there's not complete tree crashing to the ground, but that's the sort of thing. So they will work with you in any way you want to work with them, and they will meet you anywhere you want to meet. They will encase you in their wings. They will make you feel safe. They will take you flying. That's great fun. I've even had dragons dive into the seas with me. So there's so much. They will work with you in so many ways. They will show you things. They will explore environments with you. And dragons love symbols, because they won't give you not necessarily a direct answer. They will guide you. They will nudge you. They will you will have a thought, follow it through, see where it leads, and they will give you symbols. They will signs. They love symbology and signs. I'm learning all the time with these guys. They never ever stand still. I'll get a message from somebody. So I've got a green dragon, a red dragon, a whatever dragon, a white dragon. Now, what does it mean? Do you know? I have absolutely no idea. It's your dragon. That is your journey for you to find out. They're all about self-empowerment. We look to specialists, professionals, to give us answers to, well, what does this mean? What does that mean? Actually, the journey is for you to do it for you, for you to find it for yourself. They will not do it for us. They're all about self-empowerment. So if you know a dragon tips up, I think possibly the only one that I would say is a universal for people, so that's people that work with Reiki, particularly, this is my understanding today, those that work with Reiki, is there is a dragon, a red dragon, who I've discovered is actually Dr. Usui. Now he's omnipresent, he'll go to any one of us. So if you're a Reiki practitioner or Reiki master and you keep getting a red dragon, the chances are it's Dr. Usui. And he's the only one to date that I know of goes to more than one person, and that's just because I've been talking to people. He arrived during my Reiki 1 attunement back in 2006, and that was my full introduction to dragons. 2006, 5 or 6, whenever it was, and that was my full introduction. That was my full introduction to dragons, and the rest, as they say, is history. But he was the very, very first dragon that showed up, and we've come to understand, and then it's just from talking to other people, that there's a few of us have this red dragon that do Reiki. So red dragon tips up, that's very likely who it's going to be. So I just want to leave you with that, and meditate with the dragons, talk to dragons. If you run a group, you run a circle, you run a meditation group, a development group, whatever, work with dragon. Protect the space, as you should always do. They are, the dragons are guardians. They are pretty ferocious in protecting their own. But ground and connect, and that is the absolute key. And they will take you anywhere and everywhere. They've given me some amazing meditations over the years, and when I've run groups and taken people on journeys with dragons, there's been some really incredible results, and understanding has come through. Quite often a deep healing has come through, because that's the way they work. So I just want to leave you with that, and enjoy your journey with dragon. I would love to know how you get on with your meditations, with the cards, how you use them. I'm getting some really fantastic feedback from people, and I'd just love to know how you all get on. And just I'm happy to chat. You can find me on Facebook, The Original Dragon Lady. Obviously I'm on here on YouTube. I've got an Instagram page, which I think is, I don't know, I can't remember. I'll have to find it. I think it might be Caroline Mitchell Simply Dragons, actually. So yeah, you find me. I'm on Insta, I'm on Twitter. I'm not very good on Twitter. I won't even go into why I don't like Twitter, but anyway, there we are. But yeah, so I'm on a number of different social media platforms, and I'd love to hear about your stories of dragons. Any questions you've got, ping them over. I'd love to hear from you. Or also you can comment below as well. So, because that's the beauty of YouTube. But big love, take care, and see you next time. Bye for now.